Hello, you're welcome to this tutorial. We want to talk about how to modify the row, the column, and the cells. For example, if you're writing a word that cuts across so many cells, how do you adjust the cell? Now, to adjust this cell, you have two methods. First thing is to place your mouse along the column until you get an arrow with double head. As soon as you get that, click down your mouse and hold, then drag to the right till you come to a reasonable size. Now let me undo that. There's another way to do this. Simply go to Format, then under Cell Group, under the Home tab, you click on Auto Fit Column, and that's another way. So let me undo. Then you can as well decide to use a specific measurement, like depicting a specific width. Then here you put whatever width you are giving, and you say OK, and you will have the width of your column stretched to the number you just inputted. Click and drag to modify that, or I undo. Go to Home, under Cells, I click on Format, then click on Auto Fit Row, or I just say row height, and I put a specific measurement like 25, and I say OK. And that is how to modify the row height. The next thing we're going to learn how to do is insert a row in between our spreadsheets or in between the cells. Now I want to insert a row between row 7 and row 8. So what do? I select 7 because I want it to appear immediately after 7. I select the row, I right click on that row, and I will say Insert, and a row has been inserted. Now if I want to, for example, insert a row between 10 and 11, I have to click on 10 and I say Insert. Likewise, if I want to insert a column, how do I do that? I select column B, and then I click here and say Insert. And this time around, the selected column pushes to the right and a new column would be inserted in that position. See that again? I want to insert a column between B and C. I have to click on C, then say Insert, and the column will be inserted in between. Let me undo. Another way to do this is by using the Insert command here. So I click on column B for instance, and I go to Insert, and I say Insert sheet column. Now this is also applicable to the row. For example, if I select row 12 and I come here, now what is active here is insert row. So Excel is very intelligent. It gives you the option whenever something is possible for you to do. Now, how do we delete a row and a column? It's very easy. You can select a row, come to delete, and say delete rows. And that row is gone. The whole of row 2 is gone. So let me undo that. Now you can select multiple rows. Now there's something I want you to know. When selecting rows, if you select from this side of the worksheet, your selection starts from the beginning of the row to the end. As in, if I decide to go this way, you will notice that your selection goes from the beginning to the end. But if I decide to select inside the cells, I can actually control where I want to select. Alright, so I can select multiple rows and say delete rows. Let me undo that. Now the same thing along the column. To select a specific cell along the column, you have to start your selection within the cell. But if you want to select the column from the beginning to the end, then you have to click along the alphabet like this. To delete these selected columns, select them, you come to delete, and this automatically switches to columns. So when I say delete, the whole column is gone. Now let's undo this and get back our table. Okay. Now let's talk about wrap text. If you take a very look at this table, you see that the content of column B is hiding underneath column C. For instance, let me expand. Now let me undo that. So the content of this column B is hiding under column C. So how do we get that? There's a very quick way of showing everything within the width of the column. This is what I mean. Assuming I want you to see everything written here, I will simply select that cell, come to wrap text and click on it. And as I do that, the hidden text under the next column will be shown below in one cell. Now let me go back, select the whole cell here and say wrap text. So can you see what we have here? Every hidden word or text is now visible. You can do the same for this. The hidden text on this column, and here they are. Now the next thing we're going to look at is merge and center. Now look at the title of this our table. is aligned to the left. What if we can align this title somewhere in the middle of these 4 cells? So let's do something like this. Select a portion of the cell just above the content. Then I come to this place, I drop this down and I say merge and center. And our title has been centered beautifully, has been centered over the content of the table. Now let me undo this. What if I decide to select something to this place and I say merge and center? It takes the text just to the center of my selection. So I'm going to do one now, come back and stop here and say merge and center. Now coming down to this place, we still have merge across. Let's see what this merge across can do for us. So I undo. Select here, come down here and say merge across. Now the content of the cell does not center. Instead, the selected cells is merged into one cell. Can you see that? I'll do that again. This is cell 1, this is under cell 2, cell 3, cell 4. So when we do it this way, the whole cell, which are 4 in number, are merged into one cell. Okay, and let me undo that. Then there's another option here, which is the merge cells. For example, if I select this and I come here and I say merge cells, for example, I get the same result. But look at this. There's difference between merge across and merge cells. Merge across merges along the rows. You see there's an error there because it merges only across a row like this, across, merges across. But merge cells can also merge multiple rows at a time. So try to read the warnings, because in reading the warnings you will get to know what you're about to perform. It says merge cells only keep the upper left cell value and discard the other values. Now I just want you to try all these things by yourself. If you get confused, you can ask or drop your questions and I'll get back to you in no time. Now it's time to challenge yourself. I want you to take a good look at these questions. I will make this workbook available so you can use it for your practice. Thank you for joining me in this lesson. Have a nice day.